was actually one of my first students. Today we are about to go fly and we'll see how he does. Don't play it, add some power.
65537.
I've been always interested in to be a pilot since I was a child.
I thought it was Jetman. Yeah, I heard some UFO.
Or less than 7% of pilots are women, and even less than that 7% are women of color.
I'm actually foot massaging myself on the rudder, so it's really good. Like, you show me what you made of it.
Have you ever experienced anything that people don't take you very seriously because of your gender?
Are you listening to music when you fly?
I do. You don't listen to music when you fly? Ooh, crosswind.
You can do it, Leslie.
Making me nervous.
Yeah,
so. Do you want to go back to Torrance maybe? I couldn't do it because it was so windy and it was like we would drop a lot of altitude.
And I met Sam in Dubai. We flew together on a tiny little plane. My PPL journey has been a little bit of struggling.
I just always was curious, you know, what it was like to actually be in the pilot seat.
Sling 865 Sierra Lima, the wind sensor showing calm. Right 70 is approved, runway 29 right, over takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 29 right, 5 Sierra Lima. 65, rotate. Okay, maintain 72, climbing out.
Right rudder.
Start turning crossway. Okay, left clear, right clear.
No more than 30, bank, wings level.
Yep.
There we go, now start turning.
0214, front start mixed runway 29 left, report 3 mile final.
Straight in, 29 left, roll for 3 miles.
Pick your nose up. Now you're gonna start pitching up.
Start pitching up, climbing.
Use your peripheral vision.
Keep the wing level, right rudder.
Right rudder.
Keep climbing, climbing, climbing. Climbing, stalls coming. Right rudder. Just lower the nose a little bit.
Pick it up.
Pick it up the nose.
We're trying to get away from the ground, remember?
And now try to climb again, slowly. And positive climb, flaps up. Straight in, 200 left, 5 Sierra Lima. Level the wing, flaps 2. Yeah, strong headwind coming.
Now you can go full flaps.
Full flaps.
Add a little bit of power. Yep, let her come down, keep coming down. Aim for the number, right? Good, 75 knots. Power out a little bit. And go idle. Double. Don't play it, don't play it. Add some power.
65537, Torrance Tower, roger. Produce request, Torrance altimeter 2989.
There we go.
Just want to introduce you. This is Jibby. This is actually my flight instructor. She's helping me to get to my dream and teaching me how to fly. Jibby actually has an amazing story. It wasn't easy for her to get to where her level is today.
Hi guys, my name is Jibby and I'm originally from Thailand. Believe it or not, I actually wanted to become a flight attendant so bad that I had applied in the past and I wasn't really qualified because I'm short. So I applied for a gate agent position and I got a job as a gate agent with Lufthansa. In 2016 I moved here and later on I got my first job, my first dream job as a flight attendant with a regional airline called Envoy. I was the only flight attendant in that small plane, the Embraer 145 based in New York. Everyone was so encouraging of me becoming a pilot because there's a shortage and you know, there's not a lot of female out there. It's funny that my last flight before I quit, my captain was a female pilot and she made an announcement in the plane. She was saying that let's take a clap for Jibby, our only flight attendant. She's quitting and this is her last day and one day she'll be back and become one of us, and that was really touching for me. That was my last flight.
Hi, konnichiwa. I'm Juri. I'm from Japan. I've been always interested in to be a pilot since I was a child. So,
You know, the funny thing is 7 months ago I met Juri here as she and I were both PPL students. 7 months later, she succeeded PPL, then she became IFR, she done IFR, and now she also done commercial CPL, and she's now a CFI student. What's your secret?
what's my secret? Well, just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, that's it.
Me
Let's
too.
go fly.
Let's go.
Oh, cool. cool. You have a very nice headset.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, it actually it's for airline pilots though.
Oh, flying with airline pilots here. Very cool. Just so everybody. Oh, it hits my head. Yeah. Just so that everybody knows on the camera, I'm Juri's first student. Like.
Yay.
Am I nervous? Like, I'm excited to fly with you. Are you nervous?
No, I have lots of feelings.
Oh, you? That's not good. We're like emotionally driven here. Okay, clear left, clear right. Shit. We have a problem. Yeah. I think that this one was in a lock position. Okay, we'll taxi back to run-ups. Torrance Tower, Sling A62 Sierra Lima, holding short 29 right. We just need to go back to run-up area with a small problem.
A62 Sierra Lima, Torrance Tower, you can just do the 180 to the run-up.
Yeah, we can make a 180 to Sierra Lima. Oh, we have so many problems already. Clear for takeoff, 29 right, 2 Sierra Lima. Rotate 55.
Okay.
So on to pop a left brake and out to your discretion on each left approach line.
Braking altitude by discretion and left brake altitude by discretion. Flight line 200 left 100.
Are you practicing maneuvering around here?
That's all I've been doing every day. I've been doing stall, steep turn, slow flight. My instructor is very tough. Like, I cannot go deviate more than 2 or 3 knots.
5 Tango Whiskey, baseball diamond, 2,300,
it's a bird.
headed toward Trump for emergency descent, check out below, PD.
I thought it was Jetman. Yeah, I thought some UFO.
It's so steep.
We have one instructor one day, she saw a Jetman flying past. Yeah.
I didn't imagine that I can fly with you.
Really? Maybe one day we can fly A&A together.
Yeah.
We can fly 777 together. Long Beach Tower, Sling A62 Sierra Lima, over at Angels Gate. With information Charlie, request 26 left coast traffic. The traffic there is coming. It's very, we're going to slow down a bit.
13 Lima, number 2, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
You know there's one? Yeah.
Number 2, clear for the option, 26 left.
Yeah, it's busy at Long Beach. Huh?
It is.
Usually Torrance.
Sierra Lima, number 3, following the traffic ahead, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
We can make it right.
Yeah. He called me?
And yes, I think
oh shit.
we are number 3.
No, 2 Sierra Lima, number 3, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
Number 3, 26 left, clear for the option, 2 Sierra Lima, sorry about that.
You see the runway? I think this is taxiway.
Global Mike Papa, Charlie Lima, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, clear left.
26 left,
we'll do a touch and go on this one.
Traffic on the file.
No, I got it.
You got it?
Ooh.
There's 7 Tango Sierra, call Bay.
Rotate. Flex up.
Sorry, right, turn to follow.
You're doing very well, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tiara. I work here at Sling Pilot Academy. I work at the front desk and enrollment as well as fly here. Or less than 7% of pilots are women, and even less than that 7% are women of color. You know, this is typically a male-dominated field, and like a black woman, you're not going to see that. It's very rare that you're going to see that in a male-dominated area, or have the funds or given the chance. Even with my male instructors, and I had quite a few of them, once I finally switched over to a female instructor, I immediately was trusted more than my other CFIs that I had, and I could feel that. And I think that has to do with just being a woman and a black woman on top of that. And I'm here today to take Sam flying and show him that women can fly too.
Ready to fly, Sam?
Yeah, let's fly. I am super excited to fly with you, Tiara.
Yeah, I've never taken a guest or anything like that up before.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, at some point we gotta do it. At some point,
yeah, at some point you just have to pull. You just gotta pull the trigger.
November 64 Yankee right box is approved. Runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. 298 164 Yankee. Ooh, this one just wants to get up there, huh?
Number 2 right down.
This one's a little bit overpowered, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. I'm actually foot massaging myself on the rudder, so I kind of like. Oh, your climb's more smoother than me for sure. I love it. Like I just didn't feel any, because I'm still going like up and down,
Yeah.
like a lot of swooshes.
Yeah, because you're chasing the thing, which I'm doing a little bit, you know what I mean? But when you're doing it, when you're first learning, it's really about just the horizon where you're known. And even though for each plane too, about what it is, it's a little bit different for every one. You know, you actually want to be looking out here because you'll see it.
Is there any secret actually we can learn from you? How to get a smooth head?
You don't want to hold it like that, right?
Caution.
You see how I'm just holding with 1 or 2 fingers?
Ah.
You know, like that's going to be everything because that's all you need. Tower 164 Yankee inbound with Zulu for 29er right.
64 Yankee, Torrance Tower, make straight in, runway 29 right.
Straight in, 29er right, 164 Yankee.
Wow, that was great landing.
Pretty good.
Really good. Like you show me what you made of it. My landing looks so bad compared to yours.
That was a really nice one. I was really focused.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and then like you know, just hold your nose all the way in.
Yep.
Very smooth.
I actually stumbled upon aviation when I was just looking for a job, and I got a job at Orange County Airport working for UPS Cargo. And since I've started there, I just really took off. I went from that to Delta working baggage, as well as American Airlines as a flight attendant, and now as a pilot here. So everything I've experienced in aviation I've fallen in love with, and there's nothing like it.
Have you ever experienced anything that people don't take you very seriously because of your gender?
I did. I did a lot on the ramp, of course, because you see someone small like me and you don't think that I can handle the heavy equipment or lifting big bags and stuff like that. And from the day I started in ramp, everyone told me, you're on the wrong side of the plane. You need to be inside. So that's what made me go into being a flight attendant. And even then, you know, I feel like a lot of people don't really see flight attendants as like someone they respect. A lot of the time they see them more as like a service person, you know. So that's something I hope with the next step of being a pilot that we'll get more respect. And there's so many more women in the field now than there were before, especially women of color. So it's definitely taking a change for the better nowadays.
How's your family taking all this? You want to be a pilot?
My family is very supportive. I grew up with a single mother, so she's always been very women empowerment. You can do anything you set your mind to. It doesn't matter if it's a male-dominated field. You know, you just go out and you get it. So from the get-go, she always thought like being a flight attendant wasn't good enough. She's like, you need to be a pilot. And I was like scared for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, you're right, I do.
And we are ready to go. Pick some flying music real quick.
Are you listening to music when you fly?
I do. You don't listen to music when you fly?
I haven't got to the stage. I would love to. Let's listen. Yeah. We're too busy training.
You should. You should put it on. All right. So we're going to do a right. You want to do a straight out, and then we'll go up the coast, and then we'll go to Long Beach afterwards when we whip around.
Sounds good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Runway 29 right, cleared for takeoff.
29 right, cleared for takeoff, 50 Lima.
Airspeed alive, 55 rotate.
Yep. Ooh, crosswind. And we'll do our crabbing because it's pretty windy.
Oh yeah, the wind is...
It's pretty windy. This was on my check ride. It was this windy, and I was like, oh my gosh, so stressed out.
You can do it, Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying your radio call was so good, like, you know.
Thank you. I started at Cable Airport. It's like by Ontario.
Okay.
And I flew there a little bit part-time while I was working. And then I came to Sling.
Whoa.
I know, I was like, I don't know if our comms... No, just because I know 5 Sierra Lima, making me nervous.
Yeah,
so. Do you want to go back to Torrance, maybe? I don't know, just because 5 Sierra Lima has had a lot of comm issues.
Yeah, let's just monitor and let's see when we get to near Long Beach.
Long Beach Tower, Sling 865 Sierra Lima over the Queen Mary, inbound for full stop 26 left with Oscar.
Sling 865 Sierra Lima, Long Beach Tower, make left traffic and wait 26 left ident. 5 Sierra Lima, you're number 4, follow them, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Number 4, runway 26 left, clear to land, 865 Sierra Lima. Alright, so we have to do a full stop taxi back. They said after 3 p.m. there's no touch and goes.
Okay,
so we'll do that.
Let's do that. Yeah, you're right. It's like gust 24, right?
Yeah, it was pretty gusty today.
All right, this is a test.
I was like, if I did it on my check ride, I should be okay today, right? A little hard, but it did.
Not bad, not bad. Good landing.
Yeah. It was like really bad wind shear on my check ride. I couldn't do it because it was so windy and it was like we would drop a lot of altitude real quick. So he was like, just get it.
That's
like
nice.
Anywhere in the first third of the runway, and then we'll call it a day because like you wouldn't be flying in these conditions normally, you know.
Exactly.
Like 20 to like 24 gusting or something.
He didn't give you extra points, you know.
Sling 5 Sierra Lima, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
26 left, line up and wait. 865 Sierra Lima. Line up and wait.
Line up the runway.
And your left on. Sling 5 Sierra Lima, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, traffic 1 mile final.
Okay, so I was thinking it was line up and wait here because there's someone on the 330.
Number 2, runway
Did he mean you line up here?
2, runway 26 left,
yeah, that's what he meant to line up here, but I didn't think it made sense because I thought someone was going to land, and that only works when there's like a displaced threshold, you know? But I think he wanted me to line up, and there was someone on an opposite runway, like 30 or something, and then they were going to go, yeah. Tower, Sling 865 Sierra Lima over the Vincent Thomas Bridge, inbound for either runway for full stop with hotel.
Number 865 Sierra Lima, Torrance Tower, roger, make straight in for runway 29 right, clear to land.
Straight in for 29 right, cleared to land, 865 Sierra Lima.
I'm having some radio issues. I reached out, so I think I'm going in and out, sort of. I'm kind of working on it right now. But,
nicely done.
And
beautiful.
Land. Yep, and then nail around into the crosswind. We'll try to get out because I think there's a lot of people.
66018, gust 24. Holding short 29
That
right.
was a little, my heart was a little bit
No, that was good.
scared on the way down because it was so bumpy, but it was good. Good landing,
yeah, just so much wind.
Number 5 Sierra Lima, turn left on Charlie, contact ground.
Turn left on Charlie, contact ground, 865 Sierra Lima.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Desal. I am from Thailand and I live in Los Angeles. I'm currently getting my PPL done and I met Sam in Dubai. We flew together on a tiny little plane in Ras Al Khaimah and we had so much fun. And I used to be a flight attendant. I worked for Fly Dubai for a couple of years and now I'm in LA pursuing my passion to become a pilot. So I have about 90 hours now and I'm getting ready to solo. My PPL journey has been a little bit of struggling. I started off at another school and it didn't work out for me. And when I came to Sling, I had to like relearn some of the stuff. So there were a couple times that I feel like I wasn't taken as serious, as a female pilot. For example, on my third flight that I was flying with my old school, I had a male instructor and when we went out flying and I was still working on my side picture and he was sort of like, oh, I don't know why women just don't get it. And I was just like, excuse me? I try not to like take it personally, but but sometimes it's a little hurtful, you know. So, and then like we worked on like my maneuvers, and they were like, oh yeah, you guys always like struggle with steep turns, and you know, sometimes like comments like that, like I know it's tiny, but it's not cool. If I can do it, so can you. So if you're a woman and you're interested in pursuing a career in aviation, I would say start with ground school, start studying. A good pilot's always learning. And if for some reason your instructor is not right for you, you can always switch. Sometimes you gotta fly with different people in order to find the right one. And yeah, I started seeing more women in aviation, and you know what? That's super inspiring. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can always ask people. Like, you know, pilots always help each other out. So yes, you go girl.
I've been flying for the last year, and I must say that there's nothing more exhilarating, challenging, and magical all at the same time. Growing up in the Lear family, you know, we were always around airplanes and lots of people flying, and I just always was curious, you know, what it was like to actually be in the pilot seat and in control. And finally, now that I'm older, I've been able to, you know, finally go ahead and make that passion and dream come true. And when I did my solo cross country, and I went from Torrance Airport to Palomar to Catalina, and then back to Torrance, and it was an incredible feeling. The nerves, you know, my stomach was upside down all day. But once I got up there and I was communicating clearly with the towers, I was just like, okay, I got it. Like I did it. And it felt like one of the most gratifying things I've ever done in my entire life.
It's just so great to see so many females are joining aviation, working as pilots, flight instructor, and also private pilot students. I really encourage everybody who's thinking about it, come out and give it a try. You can do it.